of our economy as a country. And Mr. Speaker, in the last few months, the Ministry of Agriculture has been on the road for many things, especially the fertilizer. Mr. Speaker, the harvest which we currently many farmers harvested some few months ago, some of them were affected because of the fake fertilizers which was there last year. Mr. Speaker, we want to ask the CS nominee that as he takes over the ministry, once he's approved by this House, to make sure that the Ministry of Agriculture becomes the backbone, Mr. Speaker, and supports the farmers of this country to produce enough for this country. There is no need, Mr. Speaker, when we have almost majority of Kenyans, 90% of our people, they are farmers, and they are getting a little support from the government. Mr. Speaker, the issue number 2, the cartels we have in Ministry of Agriculture, they are quite a number. You will find that farmers, there are so many middlemen. In coffee, in tea, they are not benefiting from their produce. So we want to seek that the cabinet secretary, once he's in that office, is able to help the Kenyan farmers. Mr. Speaker, the issue of ICT and the Honorable Kabogo, if he's approved by this House. I think ICT is an emerging technology, Mr. Speaker, and there are so many challenges, from fraud to hacking to so many things. And there is need to regulate actually the industry. There is a lot to be done in the industry to make sure that the new ICT, the digitization in the country, they are used for the benefit of the people and the young people, and it is not a platform for abuses. It's not a platform for people to make illegal activities. And Mr. Speaker, finally, the Honorable Likinyanjui, we want also to support him in the Ministry of Trade. The trade, Mr. Speaker, our import and export, Mr. Speaker, determines also our balance between a shilling and the dollar. So when we have a lot of export, Mr. Speaker, as a country, you will see that we will benefit from the business of foreign exchange. And currently, I think as a country, we are importing more than what we are exporting. So we expect that the League in Nyanjui, when he comes in, he will take up the ministry to the next level to benefit Kenyan traders. Mr. Speaker, I support the 3 nominees.
Yes, Irene Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also take this opportunity to support the nominations of the 3 appointees, being the Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, the Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, and the Honorable William Kabogo. Honorable Speaker, these 3 all have one thing in common. They have a wealth of experience. They each have done unique things within the sphere of their previous appointments that make them exceptional. And Honorable Speaker, just as it has been said by our previous members, is that we really want to encourage that these cabinet secretaries focus their work nationally and not just within the country. Honorable Speaker, we all remember very well how the Honorable Mutahi Kagwe was very instrumental during the COVID-19 period. And Honorable Speaker, some of the things that really impressed me when I watched the interview was when he spoke about engaging the youth in the agricultural sector. Because, Honorable Speaker, we are a country that is largely agricultural, but our young people are not interested in that space. And some of the ideas that he did share in terms of how he would engage the youth in this space was very impressive. Honorable Speaker, the other thing that the Honorable Mutahi Kagwe spoke about was the use of AI technology within our weather and agricultural space, which is something that is very progressive. It is being used in other countries, and it's very enlightening and very exciting to hear that a cabinet nominee for agriculture is actually talking about engaging AI in terms of the weather checks and also the increasing our agricultural produce. Honorable Speaker, in terms of the Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, I support his nomination. Honorable Lee Kinyanjui was fantastic as a governor. And not only that, those of us who worked within the Azimio Secretariat will remember how Honorable Lee Kinyanjui really assisted us in having a youth volunteer movement across the whole country, and he was very magnanimous in terms of how he shared his wealth of experience with us. Honorable Speaker, and finally the Honorable William Kabogo, when his nomination was announced, someone asked me why they would take someone like William Kabogo in the ICT space. But those of us who are really, really interested in that space know that the Honorable William Kabogo did a lot of digital transformation in Kiambu County. While he was there, he ensured that there was free Wi-Fi in the urban centers in Kiambu County. He ensured there was a digital county transformation service, including educating the people of Kiambu County to be able to engage in financial systems within the county. Honorable Speaker, even the system of digital revenue collection, while I was a member of County Assembly, I remember that one of the counties that we did visit as a place as a learning experience was Kiambu County, because they were able to strengthen and have a cashless system within their digital system. And so, Honorable Speaker, this for sure is a nominee who really understands that particular environment. And Honorable Speaker, without gainsetting what has already been done within the ICT sector, we do want to ensure that the entire country of Kenya has fiber optic. And I really like the fact that he already has knowledge in this space. Honorable Speaker, the nominee, William Kabogo, also spoke about the unethical use of social media, protecting the youth from harmful use of social media. And I did hear him also suggesting that we should get into a place where we regulate the social media space. We do not necessarily need to gag people from social media like TikTok, X, and Facebook, but we can introduce regulations within this space. The other thing that he spoke about that was very interesting, Honorable Speaker, is that he talked about the Konza Technopolis and having investors come on board in that particular space so that we can grow our Technopolis space. Honorable Speaker, the only thing I just want to say and encourage, and this is also because we are saying now that we want our cabinet secretaries to work for the whole of Kenya. It is my wish that the executive would actually have a rotational basis where 2 weeks in every month, the cabinet secretaries can actually go to different parts of this country and work from there, so that they can understand what Kenyans are going through. They can understand the different spaces that their ministries and dockets are engaging on. And then that way, they'll be able to serve all Kenyans very well. We don't have to have cabinet secretaries being confined in Nairobi in the headquarters. I wish they would actually rotate and go everywhere. With those very few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I wish to support the nominations. I thank you.
Wamumbi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to offer support to this motion that seeks...
Members, I will be calling the mover to reply at 12:30. So those I'm giving an opportunity, take as little time as you possibly can. I would recommend 2-3 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Obliged. I also rise to support this motion that seeks to approve the appointment of Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, and Honorable William Kabogo as Cabinet Secretaries, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I specifically ask Honorable Mutahi Kagwe to take the issue of vaccination very seriously, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the President has just come back from UAE in search of market for our beef. And Mr. Speaker, it is only the well-vaccinated livestock that will compete for the markets out there. And we saw him during the interview. He said it is not a forced exercise. It is those who are willing, but we continue to urge our farmers to welcome this vaccination issue because it's of advantage to their beef, so that their beef can fetch good markets out there, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the people of MUKURWE-INI, where Honorable Mutahi Kagwe was born and where he comes from. It is very bad, and I want to sympathize with them, that as we approve the Yasan, the MP, Mr. Speaker, is not in this house to stand with the people of MUKURWE-INI. I have seen him in a barrio somewhere propagating the ITUNGATI fake narrative. He was supposed to be in this house to approve a son of MUKURWE-INI, but instead of coming to this house to approve the son of MUKURWE-INI, he is in a funeral somewhere propagating an ITUNGATI fake narrative. I assure the people of MUKURWE-INI that we are going to make sure the Yasan is approved so that he can serve Kenyans and all Kenyans. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Women Rep Kwale. Women Rep Kwale.
Basi asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia nafasi hii. Mimi pia niunge mkono uteuzi wa mawaziri hawa watatu ambao wamelipitishwa na kamati ya uteuzi.